The road feels safe until something starts knocking madly. Inhuman entities. Terrifying bystanders and creatures no one could identify. These are the most chilling road moments ever caught on camera. Beware, this might be the scariest video you've ever seen.
Whoa, there's nothing even there to make it move.
Oh, dude, there's a ghost in your car!
An Uber driver picked up a woman late at night. She claimed she had no money when they arrived at her home, so she left a small box in the car as a promise to return.
Mire, dejo aquí mis cosas.
Okay, sí, la espero.
The driver waited, but she never came back. When he knocked on the door, a man answered.
No, de verdad, vivo solo. No.
No, sí, permítame, mire, hasta me dejó eso.
He explained the box had belonged to his wife, who had passed a month earlier. Shaken, the driver returned to his car. That's when he saw her again, sitting in the back seat, smiling faintly, and thanked him before fading into nothingness.
Gracias.
Window Devil. After watching this clip, you'd think twice before rolling your car window down at night. A woman had just started her car when a man appeared beside it, arms folded on the window, his face unsettlingly strange. He didn't speak, only stared at the woman, and from one side of his head, something that looked like a horn jutted out. Many called him the devil, manifesting physically. Others insisted it was just a mask, but the silence made it far more disturbing. Werewolf woman.
¿Será que hay gente ahí?
Imagine driving through the wilderness when something starts chasing you, and that something doesn't even look human. That's what happened to one man when a strange woman appeared out of nowhere, now dubbed online as the Werewolf Woman. In the footage, she suddenly drops to the ground, crouching as if terrified of something unseen. But netizens noticed another unsettling detail high above. A glowing object hovers in the sky. Was she hiding from whatever that was? Or was there some twisted connection between the two? The clip leaves more questions than answers. And if you think you can make sense of it, the comments are wide open.
Tem gente saiu.
White gaze. A cab driver had picked up a passenger late at night, cruising along empty roads, when something truly unnerving happened. On a lonely stretch, a man stood motionless by the roadside. At first, the driver thought he was a hitchhiker, until he got closer. The figure's eyes had no pupils, just blank, milky whites staring into nothing. He just stood there, unblinking. The driver's stomach dropped. The image burned into his mind forever. When the clip surfaced online, netizens were convinced it was a zombie sighting. Some even wondered, was this the first sign of a real apocalypse? Familiar stranger. A man had left his girlfriend at home and driven nearly an hour away. He stopped his car for a moment when a sudden knock on the window made him freeze. Standing there was a girl, identical to his girlfriend. Same face, same voice. She pleaded for him to let her in. But he knew his real girlfriend was at home, far from here. Something about her felt wrong. He kept the doors locked, refusing to move. Later, he claimed it wasn't her at all, but a skinwalker, wearing her face, trying to lure him in. Obedient haunting. A man who just bought a car believed it was haunted, and had proof. Filming inside, he asked the ghost to move one of the dials forward.
Are you able to? All the way, you got this. Keep going.
To everyone's shock, it did. Then, at his request, moved it back.
Are you able to go all the way back? Show me.
No way!
Keep going, all the way. You got this.
This wasn't your typical haunting. This ghost was strangely cooperative. Still, would you drive a car with a passenger like that?
Bro, there's nothing even there to make it move.
Oh, dude, there's a ghost in your car!
White-eyed stare. A man had booked a cab in downtown Los Angeles when he spotted something deeply unsettling on one of the streets. In the middle of the road stood another man, moving his hands in the same eerie gesture over and over again. When the camera zoomed in, his eyes appeared completely white, rolled back into his head. The chilling image sparked debate online. Some people claimed the behavior was likely caused by drugs, while others insisted the man looked as if he was possessed by a spirit, his vacant, unblinking stare adding to the disturbing atmosphere of the scene. Feral eyes. There's always been talk about feral people in the Appalachian Mountains, but most of us have never seen them up close. That's about to change. In this clip, a woman parked her car to take a short break, only to get the scare of her life. Out of nowhere, a face appeared at her window, dark, gaunt, with bloodshot eyes that almost seemed to glow red. Some say it wasn't even human, the way it stared through the glass. You can't help but believe it. She somehow stayed calm. Me? I'd be long gone. Skinwalker encounter. Late at night, a man parked on a quiet road had an unexpected visitor. A friendly dog ran up to his car window. Amused, he began filming as he petted it. A passing car distracted him, and he briefly panned the camera away. But when he turned back, the dog was gone. His hand was still out the window, yet the road was empty. Later, reviewing the footage, he noticed something chilling. The dog had no reflection in the rearview mirror. People online were convinced this was no ordinary stray, but something far stranger. Perhaps he had come face to face with a skinwalker. Stuck in loop.
I don't have nothing for you. Get away from my car.
A woman sat in her car with a friend in a parking lot when something unsettling unfolded. A man approached her vehicle and began acting strangely, repeating the same motion again and again. His mouth locked in a wide O. It was as if he were stuck in a loop, frozen in a moment that wouldn't end.
What is he doing with his hands? Oh my God.
Disturbed, she recorded the scene and later posted it online. Her followers were divided. Some believed the man was glitching. Others suspected a deeper mental disturbance. Either way, the moment was impossible to forget.
What is he doing with his hands? Oh my God.
Phase through. A street surveillance camera captured something that left people stunned. A man was seen walking straight down the middle of a busy road, not crossing or even rushing, just calmly strolling alongside moving vehicles. But here's the strange part. Every car seemed to pass right through him. There were no brakes or impact. It was as if he wasn't really there. The footage quickly went viral. Some believed it was a glitch in the camera. Others were convinced the man had a supernatural ability, something like phasing through matter. Whatever it was, the scene felt impossible to explain and impossible to forget. Night pursuit. A late-night drive turned terrifying when something leapt into the man's path. Its face was bizarre, its arms unnaturally long, far beyond any human's proportions. The humanoid chased after the car, forcing him to reverse at full speed. With glowing eyes and pointed ears, some swore it was a vampire, while others suspected an elaborate prank. Street stop. A street surveillance clip has been spreading online, showing a lone woman walking down an empty road at night. At first, she seemed normal, maybe just heading home. Then she stopped, just stood there, unmoving. Minutes passed. She walked again, only to stop a few steps later. Then her movements turned odd, twitchy, almost unnatural. People online were quick to claim she was possessed by something dark. Others weren't so sure, but the way she moved didn't feel right. Whatever happened on that street, it's the kind of footage you can't unsee. Highway Guardian. On July 25th, 2024, a dashcam recorded a chilling moment on a dark, empty highway. The driver was speeding toward what seemed like an endless stretch of road, until something strange happened. Just before the car could plunge into a deep pit ahead, an animal suddenly crossed its path. The perfectly timed appearance forced the driver to slow down and avoid disaster. The clip quickly went viral, with many convinced the creature had deliberately intervened. Some even suggested it was a guardian angel in disguise, arriving at the exact moment it was needed most. Roadside figure. In Candelaria, a quiet town in Valle del Cauca, Colombia, a tractor driver spotted something strange on the road. At first, it looked like a child standing alone, but as he got closer, it was far too small to be any child. Its proportions were uncanny, almost like a little person, if such beings truly exist. The footage quickly spread online, with many calling it one of the clearest, most convincing leprechaun sightings ever caught on camera. Whether folklore or flesh and blood, the figure vanished before anyone could get answers.
Vea, muchacho, vea, los que no creen en los duendes, vea.
Glitching driver. While waiting for the traffic light to turn green, a man noticed a car pull ahead and stop abruptly. The driver inside didn't just look strange. His head moved in odd, jerky motions, almost mechanical. His stiff, unnatural movements made him seem less like a person and more like a malfunctioning robotic clone, just as the witness filming described. The driver even stared directly into the camera. The blank, unblinking gaze made the moment far more unsettling. It was over in seconds, but the feeling lingered, like watching a glitch in reality itself. Backseat grin. This short clip went viral for all the wrong reasons. A man was driving through the woods, casually filming the scenery. But the real scare came when a car passed by. Just a glimpse, barely a second, but enough to spot a figure in the backseat staring directly into the camera. What unsettled viewers wasn't just the eye contact, it was the grin. Wide, unnatural, almost bloodthirsty, like they knew the man filming would see it. Some called it a prank. Others weren't so sure. The way that figure smiled, it felt less like a coincidence and more like a warning. Floating presence. A local was filming stray dogs on his street when something extraordinary happened. The dog suddenly froze, backing away in fear. From behind a wall, something emerged, floating above the ground. Whatever it was, it moved with an eerie stillness that didn't seem human. Judging by the dog's terrified reaction, many doubted it was edited. Some claimed it was an alien probe on a secret mission, while others swore it was a ghost. So, what do you think was drifting down that street? Headless gallop. In Tequila, Mexico, a street surveillance camera captured something eerie late at night. A strange neigh echoed through the empty street, followed by the sound of galloping hooves, yet no horse was visible. Moments later, a misty shape sped past, resembling a horse with a headless rider, both translucent. Stranger still, a lone figure sat motionless on a nearby ledge the entire time, seemingly unfazed. Some believed the ghostly rider was only visible to the camera, while others suspected the silent spectator wasn't human at all. Either way, the haunting footage left the internet unsettled, wondering what truly roamed those streets. Not there.
This is the scariest and craziest thing that's ever happened to me driving at night as a trucker.
A chilling dashcam video went viral after allegedly capturing a ghost truck materializing in the middle of a dark highway. Filmed by a long-haul trucker, the driver described it as the scariest moment of his career. At first, many thought it was just a glitch, until they watched again. Some claimed it was a warning of an impending accident. Others believed it was a residual haunting, the ghostly echo of a past crash on that very road. A strange fog appeared moments before, adding to the mystery and fueling fueling speculation about what the driver had truly witnessed that night.
Now you're going to see some really weird fog coming up here, and then there it is.
Tunnel apparition. A chilling dashcam video sparked heated debate after seemingly capturing a ghostly figure on a dark road. Everything appeared normal until the car exited a tunnel and passed directly through a translucent, human-like shape. The driver showed no sign of noticing, suggesting he hadn't seen it. Online reactions were split. Some insisted it was genuine paranormal evidence, citing the figure's perfect timing and placement. Others dismissed it as a trick, pointing to the grainy, low-resolution footage. The unclear details left many unsure whether the eerie figure was real, a glitch, or clever digital manipulation. Midnight Dash. A video recently went viral after capturing a bizarre late-night encounter on a remote dirt road. Driving through the countryside in pitch darkness, the motorist suddenly saw a half-naked man burst from the shadows, sprinting across the road just feet ahead. While many assumed it was a prank, the unsettling scene left netizens rattled. Some theorists offered a darker take, suggesting the man might have been fleeing for his life, possibly from a forest witch, since it was highly unusual for anyone to be deep in the woods at that hour. Tesla Terror.
Alright, so there's no one here. This place is abandoned, right? But look what shows up on my screen. You see someone walking.
A man drove through an area rumored to be haunted, curious about claims that Teslas could detect ghosts.
This place was haunted and that Teslas can detect ghosts, so I wanted to try it out.
Parking in a deserted spot, he watched the car's display and froze. The system showed a figure walking nearby, even though no one was there. As he kept filming, trying to process what he was seeing, the figure on the screen suddenly lunged toward the car. That's when the recording cut off, leaving people stunned. Some believed it was a ghost attempting to harm him, while skeptics insisted it was nothing more than a glitch or prank.
Look, and there's no one here. What is that?
Phantom rickshaw. A man driving down a road in India believed he had witnessed a ghost. As he passed a rickshaw speeding along, something felt off. There was no one in the driver's seat, yet it moved steadily, as if guided by invisible hands. He filmed the moment, baffled by how naturally the vehicle swerved and kept its pace without a visible driver. Convinced the road was haunted, he shared the footage online. Netizens were divided. Some swore it was paranormal, while others suspected a runaway vehicle or clever trick. Frozen moment.
What the
How many people just don't give
What is he doing?
This bizarre clip was filmed in the UK, showing a man standing motionless in the middle of the street. It was as if time had paused for him mid-step. At first, it seemed like it could have been a prank, but even when cars approached, he didn't flinch or move aside. Throughout the entire video, the man remained completely still, not shifting an inch. The eerie sight led many to believe it was a glitch in the Matrix, as if his controller had pressed the wrong button. Others suggested he might have had a mental condition that caused this behavior.
He's on AFK. Whoever the f***'s controlling him?
Eerie passenger.
اتفاقا شبو خیلی دوست دارم روزا که نمیام بیرون فقط شبا میام بیرون.
A man driving late down a deserted road spotted a woman standing alone by the street. Out of kindness, he offered her a lift, and she politely accepted. For a while, everything seemed normal, until he noticed something terrifying. One of her legs wasn't human at all. It ended in animal hooves. His heart raced as he began praying, but it was already too late. Whatever creature she was, it was already in the car. In ancient tales, jinns often disguise themselves as beautiful women, but their true form always slips through, especially their feet. Some say, once you give them a ride, they follow you forever. Vanishing figure. A woman was out looking for her cat when she finally spotted it and began filming. But the cat wasn't the only thing she caught on camera. In the dark street ahead, a strange humanoid figure appeared. It took a few steps, then moved sideways before vanishing right before her eyes. It didn't simply blink out of existence. It seemed to dissolve, like ash ash scattered by the wind. If you ask me, that's not your ordinary ghost. Some online claimed it could be a skinwalker, and warned that the woman should be very careful. After all, some things follow you home. Snowbound encounter. A man was driving down a snowy road deep in the wilderness of Bashkortostan, Russia, when something crossed his path, something not of this world. At an altitude of 1,580 meters and over 33 kilometers from the nearest village, it couldn't have been a regular person. The figure was bipedal, striding quickly through the snow, as if the cold didn't touch it. Some online claimed it could be a real Yeti, finally caught on camera. Others whispered that it might be a cryptid no one has ever documented before. Out there, in that frozen silence, it's hard to know what's watching you. Phantom crossing. A dashcam recording had people talking about road spirits. It showed a man driving down an empty road when a woman suddenly materialized in front of the car. A moment before, the road had been completely clear. As the car passed through her, the figure vanished without a trace. Folks online debated the phenomenon, with many calling it a case of residual haunting, where a moment from the past plays over and over, bound to the same spot. Some believe the woman's presence was forever tied to that lonely stretch of road, a silent echo of something that once happened there. Rearview terror.
I watched this thing move across in my rearview mirror when I was driving.
A woman was driving home late at night when an unsettling feeling crept over her. Someone was following her. Glancing into her rearview mirror, her breath caught. Behind her car stood a shadowy figure, its shape vaguely human with a head, long arms, and an unnerving stillness. Shaken, she pulled over and called her mother in tears, asking for her father to come pick her up.
I was crying on the phone with my mom, waiting for my stepdad to come over.
She refused to keep driving with that thing trailing her. When the footage surfaced online, theories poured in. Some claimed it was one of the shadow people, while others suspected a poltergeist had latched onto her. Whatever it was, everyone hoped she made it home.
I could see it from outside and in the mirror. I got out of my car, like staring at me.
Shapeshifter chase. At dawn, a man was riding his motorcycle along a quiet countryside road in India when he spotted a woman in a white robe ahead. But as he drew closer, her movements turned strange. Her form seemed to twist and distort, as if morphing into something else entirely. Panic surged through him. Without hesitation, he turned his bike around and sped away. One glance back froze his blood. No longer a woman, but a canine-like creature was now sprinting after him. The chilling encounter spread quickly online, with many convinced he had crossed paths with a skinwalker. This felt more like a nightmare than reality. Midnight horror. A man was driving through a wooded road when he spotted a strange figure ahead. At first, it seemed distant and still, but as he got closer, its gait became unnervingly unnatural. The figure moved in a way that made it impossible to tell if it was walking forward or backward. Its entire head was shrouded in thick hair, leaving no visible face and no clear sense of where it was looking. Then, without warning, it began moving toward the car in that same awkward motion. The eerie clip left many unsettled, and made the idea of camping in those woods feel far less inviting. Twitching shape. A man was driving at night when someone suddenly ran toward his car, frantically gesturing for him not to continue. Confused but uneasy, he kept going until his headlights revealed something lying in the road. The shape twitched and writhed in a way no human or animal should, its movements jerky and unnatural. Frozen with fear, the man refused to get closer. He later posted the footage online, hoping someone could explain it. Many claimed it was a skinwalker caught mid-transformation. Others weren't so sure. But really, what else could that disturbing, twitching mass have been? Thank you very much for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.